What's up, everybody? It is the Best Spot Kid Smooth, and I am back with another video. Today, we're going to be talking about Xbox Game Course because there's not really much else to talk about. But there's some rumors brewing, and some of them might be true. Some of them might just be rumors. So, a couple of things we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about Nintendo Switch. We're going to talk about Ubisoft, and we're going to talk a little bit more about EA. So let's get this video started. All right, first things first, we have the Nintendo Switch. Remember that image of Phil Spencer and his desk, all those stuff being behind him, and I think Jeff Grubb says those things on his desk meant something. Like almost everything on his desk meant something. So, and there's been, rumors coming out, like, Xbox and Nintendo are in talks again. Is it another Super Smash Brothers character? Is Master Chief finally going to Super Smash Brothers? Probably not. But could it be possible that Xbox will make another milestone by bringing Xbox Game Pass onto the Nintendo Switch? Xbox Game Pass is gearing up its release on iOS via browser and on Windows 10 PCs via app or browser, if I'm not mistaken. So those are fairly close, and next down the line is TVs, but Nintendo Switch could probably leapfrog that, and we could probably have that this fall. Now, how would this happen? Well, Nintendo, it's not the strongest platform, so you don't expect to be playing Halo Infinite and Starfield in its full fidelity on a Nintendo Switch. But Nintendo has been able to stream games. Hell, there's some games that you can get online that you can't even play natively that you can stream. I think it's Japan only in some cases, but xCloud, they can do it via xCloud. Nintendo Switch is technically a Droid operating system. It's a Droid. It's an Android device technically, right? So effectively, xCloud Game Pass can go to the Nintendo Switch via xCloud, if Nintendo allows it, and it's looking like that might actually be a possibility and it might happen. How would I feel? I don't know. It might be cool. I might buy a Nintendo Switch again so it can be a proper extension of my Xbox. Right now, Game Pass, xCloud is not available on iOS yet. I don't have an Android phone. I do have an oversized Android tablet, but it's just not as convenient as I thought it would. However, a Nintendo Switch will be pretty convenient. So if they're going to do it via streaming and stuff like that, yeah, it's still going to be weird, accessing Xbox games, the full library of it on a non-native Xbox platform that isn't an Xbox, that isn't Windows PC. But who knows? It might just be fine. But if it's going to happen, it's potentially going to happen this fall, and it will be big. This will boost Xbox Game Pass numbers by quite a lot. Xbox is targeting 30 million by the end of the year, and once they hit that number, trust me, they will announce it. And I feel like, how do you expect to get the 30 million? They can't do it by nothing. You do it by maybe adding a Nintendo Switch, but maybe the Nintendo Switch isn't this fall, because that should be able to easily exceed 30 million if there's 60, 70 million plus Nintendo Switch owners. Maybe, increase the library again. And this is where Ubisoft comes into play. Ubisoft is rumored to be in talks with Xbox to bring the Uplay to Xbox Game Pass. Much like how EA Play is currently in Game Pass to get all Madden titles. But Uplay, obviously a little different. They got a lot more titles, a lot more interesting titles that aren't sports games. They got Assassin's Creed, they got Ghost Recon, they got The Division, and you got obviously Far Cry, stuff like that. And a lot of these games, some of these games have been in Game Pass before, but games like Assassin's Creed has never been in Game Pass. But the biggest thing about the Ubisoft Ubi Play or Ubi Plus, what do they call it? But the biggest thing about them, though, they have a big game coming out this year that was recently delayed, and that's Far Cry 6. And that game could actually launch day and date in the Xbox Game Pass, and that would be a part of their headline push for their Uplay initiative into Xbox Game Pass. Now, if this happens, that's actually pretty big. And I'm looking forward to Far Cry this year. And if it's in Game Pass day one, count me in. Another rumor is that Xbox is looking to add Madden for this summer day and date. Right now, the only way you can really get Madden in a Game Pass. Right now, Madden 21 next gen is in Game Pass. I've been appreciating it, been playing it. Next Madden is due to come out sometime in August or September. Now, in normal case scenarios, EA Play, like when games go into EA Play, like day and date, it's not that they go in like the full-fledged. You get a 10-hour trial, which I don't think, which you have to go into, you have to download through the EA Play. I don't know if the trial itself will be available on Game Pass, but other than that, you have to wait until the game natively falls into the EA Play vault, which is usually right around the playoffs or Super Bowl or just shortly after the Super Bowl, so February the following year. But with the addition of MLB The Show, which is proven to be a big thing, and the game's not even out yet, depending on how that goes, Madden could be getting a day one push, and we will find that out fairly soon. But that's not the biggest game from EA that be going into Xbox Game Pass day and date. The biggest game is the long-awaited, highly anticipated Battlefield 6. Now, they've been on a short hiatus. The last game wasn't received too well, but people may or may not be sick of Call of Duty. But Battlefield 6 has been long awaited. It's supposed to be next gen only. I'm not sure if they confirmed that, but they are rumored to be in talks to make this a day and date game. Now, if this happens, now that's actually pretty big. Really, I mean, we see what Outriders did. Battlefield's already popular, but it just hasn't, got over the Call of Duty hump. And when you consider that, who knows what the pricing of Call of Duty is going to be this year? No, actually, Call of Duty next gen was $70. I forgot because I didn't buy it. When you factor that in, you're like, all right, the next Call of Duty is going to come out, and it's going to be made by the developer, the least favorite dev, I think it's Sledgehammer, and they're going back to World War II, so people might be turned off by that. Battlefield's going to be looking kind of hot, and that's going to be a big push. I think that actually that'd be clutch, very clutch for a Game Pass to have that. And obviously there's, all sorts of rumors going down, and I think something like that would be necessary. Like, for example, I heard that there's a possibility that Halo Infinite may get delayed again, which will break my heart. I don't think it's going to happen, but if that were to occur, then Battlefield 6, Far Cry 6, and Starfield, if that comes, wouldn't just be shockers and surprise. They would actually be necessary to launch into Game Pass day and date, or to be available this year. But I don't have no wood to knock on. Knock on wood. Let's hope that does not happen, and that we can get Battlefield 6, Far Cry 6, Starfield, and Halo Infinite all this year. I think that would be a huge win for Xbox and Xbox Game Pass. So, but yeah, that's a mouthful. I'm trying to think how did I get this? How short did I get this video? That's a mouthful. So we got Xbox Game Pass to Nintendo Switch. Is it possible? Yes. Is it likely? It's Microsoft, it's Nintendo. They work a lot together. Think about Xbox and Nintendo. They do all these partnerships, but it's always been heavily one-sided. Xbox gets nothing from this, but at least with Game Pass, they'll get some subscription out of this. They guarantee subscription, more word of mouth. And Nintendo players, they'll get access to games that just typically won't come to their platform because they just technically can't due to some technical limits. But they'll get access to it via stream. Xbox, I guess, brand awareness, but the partnership between Xbox and Nintendo is just weird. We give, we get nothing. And then the possibility of Ubisoft Play and Far Cry 6, I think that would be very clutch. I think that's going to happen this fall. Battlefield day and date would be I think that would do wonders for both Xbox Game Pass and, EA, because they'll get the player count, they'll get a boost in their sales, and they will, again, crash servers just like Outriders. But let me know your thoughts. What do you think Xbox is going? What's true? What's false? And would you be excited to see Far Cry 6, Battlefield 6 on Xbox Game Pass? And how would you feel if Xbox Game Pass showed up on Nintendo Switch in the next 6 to 8 months? Who knows? But that's the video. Xbox is the best box. I am the best bot. A good night or good morning if you are on the other side of the globe. We're out of here. Peace.